senior members of the bar, participating students in the book court competition, and winners, runners who have come here to take part in this great moot court competition valedictory function. It is indeed a great occasion to take part in this moot court competition organized by the Madras Bar Association. Constitution of India has created three important organs: legislature, executive, and judiciary. A legislature we see at the state level and at the central level. The central legislatures will be concentrating to legislate laws governing the entire country. State legislatures are also given power to legislate laws subject to the needs of the people living in a particular state. The second organ is the executives. The executives and the central will have to implement the law made by the parliament. The executives at the state level will have to take care of executing, enforcing the law made by the state legislature. The judiciary, the third organ, has been created by the Constitution. If the legislature steps into the domain meant for the executives, or if the executives who are there to execute the law legislated by the legislature, when they are enforcing the law, if they try to make law, legislate law, then the judiciary will have to come and put the organs in their respective domain. Today, the participating moot court competition students, in few years' time, maybe if you are doing your final year or second year or fourth year, maybe in few years' time you will be coming to take part in this legal profession. You are all welcome to the legal profession. The population explosion, the economic recession created by various factors, including the COVID-19 pandemic situation, the lack of resources have really created so much of dedication in the country. When there are more dedications, we need the lawyers to assist the dispensation justice. The courts are there, as I mentioned to you, as the third organ, one of the organs of the government. We have to function only in cooperation with the bar. The bar and the bench are to go together. The bar and bench, we say, are two sides of the same coin. The bar and bench are two chairs of a chair, two wheels of a chair. If one wheel gets punctured, then the other wheel may not be able to move forward. Therefore, you are all welcome to take part in this justice delivery system. Maybe in a few months' time or in a year's time, you will be becoming a lawyer. As a student of law, you must know one thing, that what is the meaning of an advocate? Most of you must be knowing that. As a matter of fact, if I tell you, an advocate is a person who has to go to the court, tribunal and other judicial setup organs to argue the case of other people who will not be able to present a case. A lawyer is one who will be presenting somebody's case because somebody may not be able to present his case. Therefore, the lawyer will be coming into the shoes of the litigant. When a lawyer has to come to the court to present the case of somebody, a lawyer has to present the case without the force, without the physical force. You have to prepare your case. You have to present the case of somebody who is unable to speak for themselves. Therefore, the lawyer has to equip himself or themselves to present the case in a way that could be understood by the judge. When the judge is able to appreciate your case, the grievance of your litigant, you will be able to become a successful lawyer. If I say so with all clarity, 2,500 years ago, a saintly poet, Tiruvulluvar, has said that இனிய உளவாக இன்னாத பொருள் கடியிருப்ப காய்வன். A lawyer has to know before arguing the case what he has to speak. A lawyer, before arguing the case, he must know how to present his case, how to say. Similarly, Socrates also, one of the philosophers, a Greek philosopher, he said, and he advised the young Greeks, before he says something, you must know how to say and what to say. That is what has been explained by the saintly poet Tiruvulluvar in the couplet which just now I mentioned to you. This is one way of understanding the legal profession. And if you are able to understand what is the principles laid on by, the guidance laid on by saintly poet, no doubt one day you will become a successful lawyer. And I must also tell you that you must be a person proud of being part of this legal profession. If you go even prior to Christ or post-Christian era or pre-Christian era, the Indian legal system always is considered as a forerunner, a philosopher, guide and teacher to the world. I do not want to take you to various examples and illustrations, and I would list out only one or two illustrations. There you will be able to feel happy. And I must also tell you that when you all people are coming to this legal profession, in the year 2012, a lawyer called Adithanar, who is a senior counsel designated by the Supreme Court. In 2012, he was adjudged as the highest tax-paying lawyer in the country by paying 100 crores to the Indian Exchequer in the year 2012, which is larger and bigger than the income of Bollywood actor Amitabh Bachchan. When the Bollywood superstar Amitabh Bachchan is able to earn only 100 crores rupees or less than 100 crores, one of the lawyers belonging to your profession, Adithanar, he was able to pay 100 crores in the year 2012 to the Indian Exchequer. That shows that you are going to, one day you are also going to become a legendary lawyer like Adithanar, provided you become a successful lawyer. I am not going to see only Adithanar. There are a number of senior lawyers. You take the case of K. Venugopal, former Attorney General, K. Parasaran, former Attorney General, even Mr. Gopal Subramaniam, former Solicitor General, Mukul Rohtagi, former Attorney General, Sonu Sharabji, former Attorney General, and then a lawyer who come from this place, namely Aravind Datta and Arima Sundaram. Even today, if you go to their offices or anywhere where they are practicing, you will be able to appreciate that they are also the highest tax-paying lawyers. In that way, I would say that you have come into such a great profession, and
I wish that one day you should also become like K.K. Venugopal, K. Parasaran, Solu Sharabji, and other senior lawyers. When you are coming to this profession, I said that you must be proud of being part of this profession. For one reason, that this legal profession is a profession always stands on the higher footing than any other professions, like the teaching profession, which is also considered as the noble profession, the medical profession, which is also considered as the legal profession. Coming to the second part of the story, which I just mentioned to you, second time also you must be proud of being part of this profession. The reason being that the Indian legal system, which is dispensing with justice, always stands as a forerunner. I mentioned to you just now. When you go back to the pre-Christian era, when Jesus Christ was crucified, as per the Jewish law, when a person is going to be awarded what you call the capital punishment, the death penalty, the Jewish law says you are not supposed to conduct the trial during the night time. The first unfair trial took place prior to Christ was this trial. It says that both, if you see the Old Testament and the New Testament, Jesus Christ was crucified, and then when he was tried for the allegation of treason, the trial was conducted in the midnight. The another provision of the Jewish law says that if a person is condemned as a criminal and going to be awarded with death penalty, the death penalty cannot be pronounced in the night, it should be pronounced only in the daytime. Again, look at the second flaw. The moment the Christ was found guilty, trial was over during the night time, death penalty was awarded during the night time. The second day, when the day was dawn, taken to the hill and then he was crucified. Come back to the 9th century. In 9th century, there was a pope called Formosus. In Italy, a famous pope who was always revered as God's representative. He had a jealous attitude towards his colleague by name Henry VI. He doesn't want his friend Henry VI to become a pope. What he did was, he has framed a bylaw, by which the bylaw he said, a bishop, after he was consecrated or baptized as bishop, he cannot become pope. So once a person is elected as a bishop, he stands disqualified to the post of pope. What happened? After he reached some age, he died, Formosus. When the Pope Formosus died in 9th century, Henry VI, who was serving as a bishop, changed the entire bylaws and then got himself elected as a pope. When there was a huge criticism all over the world, all over the Western countries, saying that a bishop cannot become pope. Look at how the justice dispensing system was administered in those days. Henry VI, he was unable to encounter the controversies everywhere. In an effort to punish the pope, he exhumed that graveyard, the dead body from the graveyard, put that dead body in the chair, held inquiry, trial was conducted, he was found guilty. And after he was found guilty, Pope Formosus, Henry VI, he inflicted a punishment. What is the punishment? Punishment was cutting 3 of his fingers, which blessed the people. And ultimately, whatever the degrees he has passed, he has annulled it. I'm just indicating how the justice delivery system was kept and held during 9th century. I'm just going back to pre-Christ era. Again, Saint Thiruvalluvar, he said a very interesting couplet. Epporul yar yar vai keppinum, apporul meipporul kanbadaivu. Thiruvalluvar was born prior to Christ, we all know that. Even before Christ was born, 423rd couplet says that Epporul yar yar vai keppinum, apporul meipporul kanbadaivu. He may be a judge, he may be a teacher, he may be a wealthy man, but do not look at the statement made by a millionaire, but look at the truth with all fairness. That is the greatness of the Indian Tamilian civilization, and which we have got it even before Christ was born. The justice delivery system has been followed only on the basis of these guidelines, these philosophy and principles. Therefore, I would say that you should become part of this profession and you should be proud of being part of this profession. Coming to the Indian Constitution, I used to tell wherever I go this illustration. When we adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949, we have also framed Article 14 of the Constitution of India, which says that the state shall not deny to any citizen equality before law or equal protection of law within the territory of India. That says that both men and women are equal. If you see Article 326 of the Constitution of India, it says, if a person attains the age of 18 years, not only entitled to cast his vote to choose his leader, Article 326 also says that he is also entitled to contest for the same election. But if you go to UK, we all know that the parliamentary system of government we have borrowed from the Great Britain, for the reason that Great Britain was considered as the mother of parliament. This is also considered as a house of democracy. Therefore, the makers of the Indian Constitution thought that instead of adopting the US Constitution, US style of government, they thought that the parliamentary system of government that has been followed, that has been in vogue in UK, Great Britain, our fathers of the Constitution thought fit to adopt it to our Indian situation. When the democracy was considered as the best way of dispensing with justice and treating the people, the parliamentary form of government was adopted. When we adopted the parliamentary form of government from the Great Britain, look at it, the beauty of the Indian Constitution, to which you are going to claim as a part of this Constitution, part of this justice delivery system. In UK, even a finest lawyer, if he belongs to Roman Catholic, cannot become Chief Justice of UK. He cannot become the Lord Chancellor. That problem continued till 2007, when Tony Blair became the Prime Minister. He has introduced what he called the removal of inequality bill in the year 2007, that has subsequently become a law, by virtue of bringing this law in 2007 by the former Prime Minister of England, Tony Blair. Any lawyer can become a judge, and the judge can become the Lord Chancellor in UK. But if we come back to the Indian Constitution, if you see, the Constitution of India was adopted on 26 November 1949. From the day when we adopted the Constitution, anyone can become Chief Justice of India, whether you belong to Hindu community, Hindu religion, Muslim religion, Christian religion, Parsi religion, or whether you are coming from east or west or south or north, you can become Chief Justice of India. That is the highest guarantee, highest right guaranteed by the Constitution under Article 14. Again, if you go to the US, we all say that the United States of America is the first superpower in the world. when they adopted the constitution in the year 1786, they never treated men and women equal. They have granted the power, the right to vote only to the men. 30 years, when the 19th Amendment was brought in by the US Constitution in the year 1920, right to vote was given to women on par with men. Again, if you come back to the Indian Constitution, from the day when we adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949, men and women were treated equal. Therefore, I would say that you have become a lawyer and you are going to become a lawyer. The moment you have become student of law, you have to be proud of the fact that you have become part of the legal system. The legal system is not only in the hands of the members of the bench, it is also in the hands of the members of the bar. I request you to cherish yourself for having become part of the legal profession. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my lord. We now proceed to the distribution of prizes. Before we proceed to the winners of the competition, I request the Honorable Acting Chief Justice to distribute the prizes to the top performing teams among the teams from the government law colleges in Tamil Nadu. The top 4 teams are being awarded a cash prize sponsored by Mr. P. Wilson, Senior Advocate and Member of the Parliament, Rajasthan. The best team award goes to Government Law College, Madurai, Permudur. They are awarded a cash prize of ₹20,000. The second best team goes to Government Law College, Vilpuram, and they get a cash prize of ₹15,000. The third best team goes to Government Law College, Coimbatore, and they get a cash prize of ₹10,000. The fourth best team goes to Government Law College, Puducherry, and they get a cash prize of ₹5,000. May I request the Honorable Governor and the Honorable Acting Chief Justice to distribute the following prizes together. Second best researcher to Government Law College, Pudupakam. Third best researcher to Government Law College, Singalpet. Best Memorial Award goes to Government Law College, Pudupakam. best memorial goes to Government Law College, Madurai. Third best memorial goes to Government Law College, Vellore.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the most awaited moment of the day. I request the Honorable Governor of Adithanar, Shri R.N. Ravi, and Justice T. Raja, Acting Chief Justice, Madras High Court, to present the Madras Bar Association Moot Court Rolling Trophy to the winner of the competition, School of Law, Shastra University.
Sir. Governor, sir.
I also request the Honorable Governor and the Acting Chief Justice to do the honours by presenting the other trophies to the runners-up, Government Law College, Madurai, Perapudi. Ms. S. Nisha Shri, School of Excellence in Law, Chennai, has been adjudged the best speaker. S. Nisha Shri, School of Excellence in Law, has been adjudged the best speaker. Mr. Vishnu Priyan, School of Excellence in Law, has been adjudged the best researcher. And the Best Memorial Award goes to Crescent School of Law. The team members are Mohammad Arshadullah Sharif, Nashika Nazni, and Divya Shri.
Thank you, sir. I request the office bearers of the Madras Bar Association to assemble on stage for a group photograph. I request these student volunteers from school to please stand on stage for a group photograph.
I request the other volunteers and law school students who helped in organizing the moot court competition to assemble on stage for a group photograph with the dignitaries.
We thank the volunteers. I now request Shri R.N. Ravi, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, to deliver the presidential address.
Honorable Justice T. Raja, Acting Chief Justice, Madras High Court, Honorable Judges of Madras High Court, Thiru V.R. Kamalnathan, President, Madras Bar Association, Thiru D. Srinivasan, Secretary, Madras Bar Association, distinguished legal luminaries present here, dear student participants, gracious ladies and gentlemen, Anaivarkum Vanakam. For me, it's a matter of great satisfaction to be part of this event organized by Madras Bar Association, which is perhaps the oldest, or if it is a day, one or 2 days this way or that way, perhaps one of the oldest bar associations of the country. This bar association, over its illustrious journey of over 150 years, has given a number of eminent legal luminaries to the country. They have contributed to among the best legal minds and they have played a very, very significant role in the constitutional evolution of our country. To be a part of an event, and that to an event where the law students have been invited, they are the participants, in this 2 days event, or I'm told 3 days perhaps. It's a matter of joy and a matter of pride. I thank the Madras Bar Association for giving me this opportunity. I'm especially happy because I am talking to the students, the young people, those who are the future of our country. And among those young people, we all know that legal profession has the history of attracting the best and the brightest minds of the country. So you are special. The moot court which was conducted here, I am told this is to sharpen your advocacy skill and also an exercise in bridging the gap between the classroom and the courtroom. I am sure this last 2-3 days exercises must have helped you in achieving this objective to some extent, which you will continue sharpening your skill and your knowledge as you grow, because this is a profession where you don't stop learning, you don't stop growing. Law is for the benefit of the society, for the benefit of the people. And since the human society is in the process of continuous evolution, so is the law or its interpretations. Now, you as a lawyer, as a young aspiring advocate, you would be having dreams, you would be having aspirations, you would be having icons to be like, some of them which Honorable Justice T. Raja mentioned, named. I wish you all the best in your journey, in your endeavor to fulfill your dream, your aspiration. We know that of the 3 pillars of our democracy, which Honorable Justice T. Raja mentioned, judiciary has been considered the most conservative. They have, by sheer nature of the work, the sheer nature of the responsibility and profession, they cannot be seen changing off and on. They have to be steady, holding the compass, which is the Constitution of India. However, we all know that we are in an age of fast change. The change that we have witnessed in a few decades of our lifetime were unimaginable, unthinkable before. Change in the way we conduct our personal affairs, the way we conduct our family affairs, the way we conduct our professional affairs. In all aspects of human life, we see the fast change. The way humans engage with themselves and with the environment, they are changing fast. And these changes are to a great deal is catalyzed by technology. These changes are creating environment, a new kind of tensions, new kind of situations. And all this will add additional stress on the legal system. Now, the responsibility would be, especially on the young people, those who are entering, have entered, or about to enter the profession. You are young. Technology is a matter of, appreciation. Technology is a function of your generation. The younger generation is far able to appreciate the worth of it, the content of it, its even operational mechanics. Whether we like it or not, the change that technology is bringing about is overwhelming. And the legal system has to be capable of dealing with this change. We know in the change that is happening even in our country, in all aspects of life, these changes are being driven by, of course, technology, but driven by young people, young entrepreneurs, young innovators in their respective field. They are doing things which were inconceivable, unthinkable till some decades back, even some years back. Look at the way we are growing with the startups in all fields. Now, can there be, or can't there be, a similar environment for change, for finding new ways, looking at things with new perspective, and finding ways to solve the problems? We have a major problem, and perhaps the core function is justice delivery. And we all know that since beginning, we have been struggling with the concern of delay in justice delivery. We have tried, time to time, every age has tried by expanding the judicial infrastructure. And we must continue trying, and we must continue expanding. But at the same time, can there be some alternative ways by which this system can be expedited? Can there be some innovations by which justice delivery can be expedited? Alternative system can be created. Thinking new. Why is it that we can't think new? We do think, it's not that we are not. But perhaps the pace of thinking is not keeping the pace with which the change is happening around. Take the case of use of technology. In the most sensitive thing about human life, in the medical field, the role that technology is playing in delivery of medical services. Even in diagnostic, you have the role of technology like artificial intelligence, data analysis. Can there be application of this technology for expediting the process, making things easier? We know that machines cannot be a substitute for humans in all aspects of life. We know that even in the most complicated of this human body, the affair about the health, that there is no machine who can be substitute for a living doctor. But assistance to a doctor gets, when he or she uses the applications based on artificial intelligence in diagnosis, in diagnosing a particular ailment, he finds it easier and finds it more accurate to do so. Can there be? I'm just posing the questions. There is a need to look at, and this is expected only from the young generations. because you would be able to appreciate it in a far, far better way. Today we know that in every 10 years we have a generation gap. That way I find I am 4 or 5 generations behind. Today, a boy or a girl of 30 years feels that a boy or girl of 20 years is ahead in the application of technology. And boy or girl of 20 years feels that a 10-year one is advanced, more advanced. So with this, you have an advantage. What I am trying to provoke you or leave a thought with you is that there is a linear system that you are trained. You have learned the law. You will learn the practicing of it. You will learn the procedure of it, substantive and procedural aspect of it. And you will groom, you will be on the treadmill, you will follow the trail. But I think it may be worth if you also think of finding some alternative ways of doing these things in a better way, faster way, maybe in a more precise way. And here, I would like to urge the Madras Bar Association, which is such a prestigious bar association, to encourage innovations, encourage new thinking, to bring about new ideas, new applications in the legal system. We know that, yes, the law is enacted by the legislature largely, and to some extent even our higher judiciary also have a role to play. They too also create the case laws. But then initiative can come from outside. Initiative can come from people like you. When you see there is an area where perhaps something is needed, there is a gap, it can be filled. So, thinking in a way which is not necessarily the conventional way of thinking. While conventional way of doing things have to be respected, have to be followed, but that should not limit your vision, your dream. Even in our Constitution, Part 4A, Article 51A, the fundamental duties, it casts upon a duty on the citizen to develop a spirit of inquiry and reform. Developing a spirit of inquiry and reform is inherent, is expected from every ordinary citizen as well, with all the more so with you people who are so bright and brilliant. Think of it. How, in our progress, the country, the way we are progressing, how to see that the progress goes smooth. Often we see people, I read articles in the journals saying that quite often, because of the process of justice, the process is slowed. There is some infrastructure project and then goes for litigation. Can it be streamlined? Can it be done in a way that perhaps the justice is delivered, but at the same time in such a way that our development is not also affected? Land acquisition, it's a very essential. We have seen, we have got the data where how many cases, how many projects have been stalled because of the cases have been pending for a long time. And the way to overcome is thinking new, thinking in novel way, develop the spirit of inquiry and reform. For long we have talked about, our constitution is our basic, most fundamental document. This is our Dharma Granth. The country has to be run by the constitution and its ideas, nothing above it. Now, a lot of ideals of the Constitution are in the directive principles of a state policy. They have been there on our institute for last over 7 decades. There have been attempts to implement some of them. They are in the best interest of the society, the best interest of the people, best interest of the country. But since that area not being justiciable, often it is not given much attention to. For long we have talked about fundamental rights. Rightly so. Individuals must have their fundamental rights, citizens as well as persons. But I think we also need to pay some attention to how to operationalize the fundamental duties. Because a nation cannot grow if its citizens are not conscious of the fundamental duties. And if you look at the fundamental duties, I wonder how many of us have done it. The 11 fundamental duties which are enshrined in Article 51A. It will tell you all that is needed for the growth of the society, for the development of the country. Now, these are ideas and ideals. It is for the young mind, because the future is yours, the country is yours, to see how to operationalize those ideas and ideals. It has very, very noble thoughts, noble ideals. But the moment we say noble ideal, we believe that it is unachievable. Now that is not the attitude. As we know that rule of law is on a pilgrimage, there has never been a time where there is an absolute rule of law. It is a progression. It is a progression. It's an evolution. Ideal is always something to aspire for. It is a beacon that takes us towards, that keeps us moving towards that. So because these ideals are noble, this should not be ignored as if they are a scriptural guidance that which is very good to listen, but forget about it. We need to devote time and need to devote and take initiative to to care for them, to think over them, and find ways how to operationalize them. I know you will all, in some way or other, will be doing it. You are bright, you are brilliant. Today I am exceedingly delighted when we were giving the Honorable Acting Chief Justice was giving the prizes, I was also giving the prizes. I saw the number of girls. they practically, I really wonder where are the boys. Now this is a new India. This is new India, where the half the population is now asserting its right, asserting its position, and asserting with class, with success, to an extent that you are beating everyone else and coming forward. I congratulate all of you. I also congratulate the runners and all those who participated. I know that it must have been a tough job for the judges and juries to judge the winners, because those who missed it, you must have given tough competition. So you missed it, doesn't matter. The journey of life is ahead of you. I wish all of you the very best in your personal life, in your professional life, and your contribution wherever you are to the nation building. Because you must know that none of us, we are in isolation. We are a part of the nation. And the nation is supreme. And this nation has to reach its glory. To take it to the glory, the young minds of the legal profession have a special responsibility. I wish all of you all the best. Thank you very much. I once again thank the Madras Bar Association for this question.
Thank you, sir, for the insightful speech. I now request the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Shri R.N. Ravi, and the Acting Chief Justice, Honorable Tiruthi Raja, to deliver and present a memento to the Honorable Judges who have adjudged the finals of the moot court competition, Justice R. Subramaniam, Justice N. Satish Kumar, Justice R. Hemalata, Justice G. Chandrasekhar, and Justice Sundar Mohan.
I now request Thiru D. Srinivasan, Secretary of the Madras Bar Association, to deliver vote of thanks.
Respected President, Honorable the Acting Chief Justice, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Honorable Judges, present and past, my dear students, and the family members of the students. It is with immense pleasure I propose a vote of thanks on behalf of the Madras Bar Association. First and foremost, I thank the Governor of Tamil Nadu, Honorable Mr. R.N. Ravi. Despite his busy schedule, he has been with us this evening. On behalf of the Madras Bar Association, I thank you, sir, for taking your valuable time and being present with us. I also take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Acting Chief Justice, Honorable Justice T. Raja, for his presence as well as for the support which the Honorable Acting Chief Justice gave in conduct of our moot court competition. If not for the support from the valuable support from the High Court and the Registry, we would not have conducted it. A special thanks to you, sir. I take this opportunity to thank the panel of judges, the 5 sitting judges who judged the competition in the finals, moot court finals, Honorable Justice R. Subramaniam, Honorable Justice N. Satish Kumar, Honorable Justice R. Hemalata, Honorable Justice G. Chandrasekhar, and Honorable Justice Sundar Mohan. On behalf of the Madras Bar Association, I thank all 5 of you for having spent this afternoon with us and judged the students. Thank you. I also thank the other honorable judges who are present here, and also the retired judges, Justice M. Govindraj and Justice Kalyana Sundaram, who have come and spent their evening with us. Thank you. I take this opportunity to thank the entire committee of the Madras Bar Association who have worked for the success of this program, and the moot team in special, led by Mr. Arvind Srivatsa. Arvind Srivatsa can stand up and get recognized. It was this young man who led the team. I also thank Mr. Palani Andavan and Asim Sheshad, wherever you are, please stand up. They were the persons who drafted the moot problem. I thank the Registrar General, Registrar Admin, Registrar Management for all the valuable support they gave us, especially in the court halls which were given from the arbitration center and the mediation center yesterday, without which we could not have completed the competition in a smooth manner and according to the time schedule. I thank the staff of MBA, the staff of the Madras High Court, Watch and Ward, the PWD and the Police Department, print and social, electronic media. I also take this opportunity to thank the students, volunteers who came from various schools and as well as the law schools. I thank the comparing team, and last but not the least, the students who came from the 24 law colleges. Without this program would not have been a grand success. I need to make a special mention not only about the students but also about the parents. 3 days back, when they desired to travel from their native, the weather was very bad. In fact, we had a lot of apprehensions that 1 or 2 teams may call off, but it was 24 out of 24 despite this challenging weather. A special thanks to all the participants. Winning and losing is a part of life. Take it easy. Your stay in Chennai, I hope, was good in the last 3 days. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Let us rise for the national anthem.